hours after striking Syria, the United States, France and Britain launched a new bid at the United Nations to investigate chemical weapons attack in Syria. The three allies circulated a joint draft resolution at the Security Council that calls for unimpeded deliveries of humanitarian aid, enforcing a ceasefire, and demands that Syria engage in UN-led peace talks. Earlier, the United Nations Security Council failed to adopt a Russian-drafted resolution. The resolution seeks for condemnation of what Syria said was aggression in violation of international law and the UN Charter. Only Russia, China and Bolivia voted in favor of the draft resolution. 8 countries voted against the draft, while 4 abstained. Now, during the UNSC meeting, Russia accused the American-led coalition of violating international norms. The Russian representative said that there was not a single resident in Duma who could confirm the use of chemical weapons.
Through its actions, the United States makes an already catastrophic humanitarian situation in Syria even worse and brings suffering to civilians. In fact, the U.S. panders to the terrorists who have been tormenting the Syrian people for 7 years, leading to a wave of refugees fleeing this country and the region. The current escalation around Syria is destructive for the entire system of international relations.
The United States was prompt to hit back at Russia for trying to shield Assad. The United States claimed that there is ample evidence against Syria using chemical weapons against its own people.
The targets we selected were at the heart of the Syrian regime's illegal chemical weapons program. The strikes were carefully planned to minimize civilian casualties. We gave diplomacy chance after chance. 6 times. That's how many times Russia vetoed Security Council resolutions to address chemical weapons in Syria.
United Nations Secretary General appealed to all member nations to show restraint and avoid any sort of escalation.
I call on the members of the Security Council to unite and exercise that responsibility. And I urge all members to show restraint in these dangerous circumstances and to avoid any acts that could escalate matters and worsening the suffering of the Syrian people.